biggest crowdfunding project ever done in Kickstarter. And they produced the first smartwatch in the market. So none of the big firms, the big, clunky, heavy, clumsy companies couldn't do this before these 5 engineers. Then they did Pebble 2, which actually recruited $20 million on Kickstarter, and then they sold to Pebble, to Fitbit, and earned billions of dollars. But this shows you they started from nothing. They didn't have investment, they didn't have an investor. They had a good idea, they had a good video, and they had the know-how how to create small-scale products. For instance, actually the chess meter is a great one for, I think, but there's a lot of things you can do, and the international community will support you. So, we try to look at everything we do, at every project we go through, as a test case. And I think it's really ambitious to think that the end of the road, at the end of this week, at the end of the month, at the end of the year, you'll come up with a perfect product, everything will be great. So you need to look at everything as an experiment. But if it's an experiment, you need to know what are you checking. So you need to know, even if it's out there, you're selling it, you have a dehydrator, what dehydrator guys? So you think, okay, it's definitely not perfect. What do we want to try out? What do we want to check? Even if we sell it for people, it's fine. I think you can't expect people to come up with a perfect product. But what is it a test of? A test of interface, a test of user case, a test of maybe a specific part you want to see. And I think most test cases have to do with experience. Because sometimes until you put this in the hand of a user, you can't know what will be the problems, where will be the downfalls. Not technically definitely. But users can teach you a lot. So, this was also such an experiment. This is a piece we did in Jerusalem. It's called Letraset. We made a huge sign, lit with neon lights. You could write an SMS, and your word will come up in lights in the middle of the street. Now, we don't know about Jerusalem a lot, but Jerusalem is a city with many conflicts, with many languages, with many problems. And this was a work that was commissioned by a media center inside these walls, but also a test case for us to see what would free speech amount to.
Was it a completely free speech? No selection?
That's an amazing question. So V1, this one, was totally free. We fought for it. They want to censorize it. They want to say, don't do this, don't do that. We said, maybe let's try. And at the beginning, this was like for 4 years, they were standing there. So, and you have to understand that this neighborhood is the richest people in Jerusalem live there. You know? Ambassadors, dignitaries, a lot. So, after that, but don't get me wrong, there were also like beautiful things, like this. But we got a letter from a lawyer saying that this is like really, it's really heartbreaking for them. They can't, all these swearing are horrible and blah blah blah. So we did a small,
adjustment.
how could I say, we lied a bit. We said that if you, that we can censorize it but we have a memory problem, that we can choose only 100 swears that you can take off. So there were like big deliberations in the municipality of Jerusalem, thinking what are the most horrible 100 swear words. And you need to understand, Jerusalem has English, Hebrew, Arabic, Armenian, gazillion languages to swear. And they chose actually, which was fun. And at the end of the day, they chose, it was interesting because they didn't want people to be racist, so they chose Arab as a swear word. But we said, okay, what we're going to do with the swear word? We said, if you said a swear word, it will do to you no, no, no. Like in Hebrew, it's like naughty guy, naughty boy. But then if you would send nobody did it, but if you would send the word Arab, not saying it racistly, just sending it, you will get a no, no, no. So censorizing is never good, I think. And I think, I hope we taught them a lesson. This was another commission we got from a high-tech company in Israel called Klarna. Klarna is actually a finance company. But they asked us to build them a robot that would walk through their offices and do interesting stuff. This is she. So you could play basketball with her. She celebrates birthdays. She delivers packages when they come to reception. And I think people appreciate fun, especially if they have lots of money. I won't go into this.